Alright, welcome to our today lesson. We will talk about spiking approach. We will focus mainly on a spiking approach from the left side. And we have here today our coach, Alice. Hi, Alice.
Hello. Hi.
So Alice, would you like to start? Tell us some basics about the spiking approach.
Yeah, so the important key areas would be waiting back behind the ball and then having a nice bigger step to where the set actually ends up, not just guessing where it's going to go or hoping, and then being nice and dynamic, jumping as high as you can, which is sometimes difficult out of the sand. So a big, dynamic and explosive last steps and trying to get up and keeping the ball in front. So there's a few things, but I guess what we're going to look at with the girls here in the footage will be their body positioning to the net. So we're working on the left side hitting, and they're all right-handed, aren't they, Misha?
Yeah.
All the girls. Yeah, so all of their left side, left shoulder, left hip and left foot should always be in front when they're about to spike, because they're right-handed, so they've got that nice opening and sort of torso twist, so then they can hit over the ball. So there's a few things there, but we'll try and break it down so it makes sense, and we'll see some nice hits from the girls, and they're just working on the left side, so we'll see a few repeats there, which is good. So do we want to start with this first one?
Let me just quickly introduce who will be spiking today. So all of them are our women's A girls, and we can see Sandra, we can see Kat, Anneke, and Laura somewhere in the background. Alright, so we had here our first hit from Sandra. Alright, so we can start to focusing on her footwork, which was correct. You could see her feet left, right, left. Arms nice and back. Yeah.
Helping her jump.
So now you can see that her left foot is a little bit in front of her right foot, which is perfect. And she's elevating up. Alright, and now have a look on her opening, Alice.
Yeah, so her elbow is nice and high above her ear, and then she's got a bit of a back bend, which will help with the abs and the core to come over the top to get some extra power, so she can crunch over.
There's a little bit of snap in the end.
Yeah.
Just missing the top.
So her whole approach is angling towards the defender, it looks like, on the angle.
We were hitting cross court. So from my point, I would even say that she could be a little bit more behind the ball. She's reaching a little bit over her head. So she can probably use all her a little bit more behind and have the ball more in front of her. She could probably use more power on the ball. Nice and good rep in the end. Yeah. Alright. Anything? Any notes to this, Alice?
Yeah, I think when you pointed out it was quite on top of her, it seemed. Maybe a little bit more in front would be good. So it looked like she was compensating, reaching and stretching back a little bit, but not too bad. And it clears the net pretty well. So I think from that high position with the ball on her hand, she can always keep looking like she will hit angle, and maybe if there's a block, she can change her decision and go over line. So because her reach is nice and high, she has that option as well. So that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Let's have a look on Anneke now. So let's first see her approach.
So she does a very late turn. So So she maybe doesn't seem to get as wide, or she's facing the line quite early, Annika, and then she does a really good job of turning her body around.
Yeah, you can see, like, compared to Sandra, Sandra was approaching somewhere from here outside from the court, so you can see Annika basically just did one step out.
Yeah, twists almost in the air, it looks like, because she
has pretty solid jump, so she has a time actually to turn her body there, but she doesn't make it easy for herself, right?
Yeah. So she's got, good jump, and looks like opening with the chest, so she can twist onto it with some power and torso movement. Open hand, elbow high.
But we can still see that she doesn't reach the ball on the top. You can see she is hitting the ball. This is the ball. She's hitting the ball straight in the middle instead of reaching it from the top, especially with her height. And snapping. And in the last thing, follow through. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay, let's have a look on a cat's approach. So we could see on this video how she is adjusting her step to get under the ball.
Yeah.
Alright, so her approach starts really good. So she is facing the defender, she is facing cross court, that's what we want. The body looks in a really good position. And now let's have a look how she is opening. So you can see her arm is going actually back, but her chest is still facing straight. So it means she is not really using her upper body, right? It's more just like opening the hand. So
so her twist, her hips could be more around, facing more sharp, more angle. Yeah, they're quite straight there.
Yeah, so probably in this, she is probably facing somewhere middle of the court. Elbow is nice and high, but you can see that she is actually hitting just with her shoulder. She doesn't use the...
Yeah, it's almost leaning. Or reaching over that way instead of there, out in front.
Having the ball. So the ball, in a perfect situation, if you're hitting cross, should be around this area.
Yeah.
So, nice snap. That's good.
I think all this positioning often, comes to timing. So you're kind of in early and the ball is often above your head or behind your head when it should always be in front. Because if the ball's in front, then you can see where to place it. So...
And we can see especially now, like, the result of the hit. Cat hit the middle. She was turning... middle, she had the ball a little bit behind her, so even she wanted to play cross court, she hit the middle. She would be able to hit a cross court, but then she would need to turn her wrist to the right side, a little bit off the body to make it there.
Like, or fade off it to compensate, I guess.
Good. Alright. So we have another example. I will go a little bit backwards. I really like this movement. Look high are the cat's arms. I really like if players can really, like, if they're flexible and they can go nice and up. You can see quite often that sometimes players are going back with their hands, but they are stuck somewhere here. So you can see, like, how flexible cat is it to push her arms really back, which will help her to jump a little bit higher, to elevate her higher. But let's get to this point.
Looks like she's done it too soon. So she's...
She is reaching close. And now again, her hips are slightly shifting back to line again. So, and as well, you can see she has the ball a little bit behind her. So I would say again,
I think a lot of players, if they are flexible in their shoulders, they can somehow hit a ball like behind them, and they don't feel any pain, or it doesn't feel weird or uncomfortable. So if I was to do that a lot, I would my shoulder would not like it. So I think every player is a little bit different with their flexibility and their range, and where they can actually hit a ball from. But then if it's behind your head a lot, I think you lose a little bit of power.
Yeah. Absolutely. In this case, you can see where she is hitting the ball actually. So again, to have the most power, you want to probably hit the ball somewhere around this area. And again, you can see on the picture how she is pushing her right hip a little bit forward. So she is not really using that movement of all body hit, but it's really just probably shoulder. So all the power is coming from her shoulder. So we really want to work with her on shifting her left hip forward.
Every single time, even from the right side, hitters should try to have if they're right-handed, left hip in front as well.
See if she will land the ball. She's actually hits with her arm, but what we want to see, instead of leaning back from the ball, we want to hit the ball in front of us and even wrap your body a little bit forward. Yeah? So otherwise, you're really using just power of your shoulder. Really. All right. We have a Laura now. We didn't have a Laura before, so let's have a look how she is doing. So obviously now she had the set a little bit behind her. Let's have her footwork, left arms not as high as Kat, but still pretty good. Look at the approach. Now Alice, maybe you can tell us something about his approach. So Laura is not approaching left, right, left, but she is approaching the different way. She went first step was the right, now it's left, and the last step finishing with right and jumping up.
I think because she thought maybe the ball would be closer, and then the timing, so she kind of ran out of room or a step to use. But the angle is good. And
her hips are pretty good.
I think if you get caught in this situation, you have to just aim with a higher hit. Otherwise, the ball might go into the net. So you just have to arc the ball a bit higher so it clears over the net a bit safely.
Did you just say that the ball will finish in the net? Yeah, it finished in the net.
So if you're leaning backwards, always hit higher than normal, or just rainbow it over a bit more, because you've lost height because you're leaning back, so you have to put the ball higher. It's just actually funny watching the different approaches, like the very start, like say after their passing position, where the player goes, like if they go towards the pole or they go laterally outside of the court, sideways, or if they go straight in to the net. Because it looks like Annika actually goes sort of towards the pole, like forward to the pole and then turns in the air, but it'd be nice to see all the players like going sideways for our shoulders and our injuries and technique.
Like as you said, it's a tricky thing if we want to change something in the game, but I suggest in this case, when we practicing hard hit cross court, we have to focusing on the right technique, which we can see again in this video. It's perfect until now. not perfect because we can see again the opposite approach. You can see the last step is the right leg. The legs are now exactly next to each other.
Yeah, a bit too close.
And now she's jumping up, and I would say her right hip is already forward. Right, so she's not opening at all, basically. And her body is facing again straight. And she is playing mostly just with her shoulder.
Yeah, which is then going to be not as powerful, which means then the defender, if you put yourself in the defender's shoes, maybe you can wait for a shot and chase the shot and react to chase the shot if it's not as powerful.
Thank you guys for watching us today. Thank you, Alice, for joining us and talking about the spiking approach from the left side. In the next video, we will be focusing still on the spiking from the left side, but we will be hitting a line. Check now in the video some of the professional players, how they're approaching from the left side, facing angle and smashing the ball straight into the ground. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of the day and see you soon on the beach.